So I literally just woke up not too long ago. Look at my desk. It's a fucking mess. How many Coca-Cola cans do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So we have a lot of cans. I think I'm gonna clean up right now so everything doesn't look too much of a mess. I'm not joking, you guys. I literally just felt like throwing up because I just ate a lot of eggs and bread this morning. So, note to self, do not lean down and stand back up straight over and over again unless you want to throw up. You know, while I still clean up, I think it's just best if I play some music while I'm at it. Forgot to put my mask back on. There we go. My mask is back on. I can finally hide my depression. There we go. And my desk looks much more cleaner than before. And now we can actually start the video in 3, 2, 1. Hello, bloody buddies, and maybe new people who have not seen me before. To properly introduce myself, I am Monoblivious, also known as Mono, since the word Monoblivious is supposed to represent my community, while Mono is the name I actually go by. I am a quote-unquote male VTuber who just simply enjoys making content, streaming, and also loves to play video games. Now, before I get to the actual whole point of this video, I want to really thank you all for 10,000 subscribers on YouTube and just how much it really means to me as a content creator, just in general. So, and the reason why I want you guys to kind of understand that is because many male VTubers, I'd say, never really make it this far, especially me as a Western male VTuber. A lot of VTubers like me or whatnot tend to give up really early since it's not easy at all to get up here. 10,000 subs may seem really small for a lot of people, but for a small male VTuber like me, it's a lot. And I want to be very honest with you guys. I didn't think I'd even make it this far. The reason why is because of how much mental destruction I went through in order to just simply keep going. And this video is mainly just going to be about me just talking about everything I went through and what I experienced entirely as a male VTuber through the last 3 years. And spoiler alert, none of it is good. Before we get to that, let's just get to know me a little bit. I grew up in multiple places like New York, Cali, and now Vancouver. And I didn't really have the brightest childhood, you can say. Majority of my youth was heavily filled with both physical and mental abuse. And I was a quote-unquote special kid in school, and I couldn't make friends worth the hell of it. I'd tell you guys all the stories, but, well, this video would be much longer if I did so. my dad wasn't really a nice guy. He was just a little too delusional, let's just say. While my mother was a little too crazy. She still is, but she's better now. But at least my sisters are normal. Well, at least like more normal than me. But then, well, then there's me, and I honestly never really knew what I would say about myself. Um, in the whole spot of like family or things or just living in general, I just don't really know what to say about myself or point out about myself. I mean, it's probably because after all the abuse, the crazy stuff I went through as a kid, I became kind of mentally unstable, which kind of made me struggle through the majority of my life. I would say from my early teens to probably by the time I hit 20 or so. So, well, that's a little unfortunate, am I right? And while I didn't really live a very bright young life, there was one thing I always looked at that kept me entertained. And most importantly, it's what led me up to where I am today, and that is YouTube. And when I was about 10 or even younger, I started watching YouTubers playing games, and many of them, which were my childhood favorites, were Uber Haxor Nova, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Vanos Gaming, and I would just say some Minecraft content creators that sadly got canceled. I'm sorry, I have to word it that way. I immediately wanted to start making my own content since I was so inspired by all of these gaming content creators, but sadly I didn't own a PC at the time, especially through COVID. So I had to wait till I basically grew up. Uh, sorry. I had to wait till I basically grew up, grind my McDonald's job, and build my own PC. And finally, I was able to get started by 2023, I believe. Yeah, 2023. But then something kind of just sparked in me while I was getting ready to start content creation. Um I wanted to try something unique and something that no one else was doing and something that was far off the original ordinary route a content creator would normally take. And then that's when I looked into VTubing. Um, I realized that there were almost no male VTubers at the time, and there was not many of them popping off since VTubing is mainly a female dominated space. So I looked at that and I told myself, what if I be a male VTuber? Oh god. Like, what if I managed to rise up in a female dominated space through sheer will and just go batshit crazy with my creativity and my crazy ideas. So I literally just said, fuck it, let's do this. 2 years later, I ended up regretting it. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. When I was getting into VTubing, I was heavily aware that as soon as I get into the content space, there may be, like if you're a content creator watching this, and I don't know if you are one or if you're just an ordinary person, but just so you can understand, when you're being a content creator and you're stepping into the YouTube space, there's always going to be like bullshit lurking around the corner. There's going to be lots of toxicity you need to deal with. There's going to be a lot of trolls and like all sorts of people you just have to deal with on the internet, right? But VTubing just somehow, VTubing just somehow caught me off guard with just how horrible its community was. And I don't mean just like any ordinary bad. I mean how the community just has pure childish teenage ludicrousy behavior. And this was when I was only this was when I was fresh into it. Like it almost kind of just didn't make sense to me. I was so confused what I kind of like walked into. Like, I was already harassed right off the bat. I was already made fun of in just, like, what, 2 days or something like that? And I was legit like, I legit just thought everyone who I just bothered speaking to, or anyone who I just bothered, you know, just generally breathing in their direction, it just felt like it just felt like everyone just spat at me or just threw a rock at me. And it just shocked me. I suddenly realized what sort of hostile environment I have stumbled so blindly upon that it made me almost regret my decision entirely. And not to mention, there was a massive hate for male VTubers at the time. So it made me realize that I chose to be a content creator at literally one of the most hardest difficulties known to man. So, just think about it. What do you think people want to see? A girl jiggling her tits, or a pixel guy gaming? I literally asked for a challenge where I was given a tiny sword, and I asked, so, who do I fight this with? And the person who handed it to me said, oh, you fight God with that. You have to fight fucking God with a tiny sword. What the shit, man? But there was one thing that just really crushed me in this whole VTuber space thing in general, and that was how the mass majority of other VTubers I interacted with were not only malicious, but they were manipulative. They would backtalk me, which was something I found kind of shocking because, you know, if people want to backtalk me, by all means, I don't mind. If you want to say some shit to me in the face, I'm not gonna get angry. But if you don't want to talk to me, then just say it, right? It's like it's not that hard. Um, and not to mention, I felt like I was treated like a fucking byproduct. Like, I didn't matter to them as a person. I didn't matter to them as just a content creator or whatever. No, like, they mainly only cared about what I could give them and what I basically, like, brought on the table. Like, these people pretended that we could be friends, but truthfully, no, they wanted to see if I could bring something, and I did not, because I solely believed that they were nice people. They were not. Not a single VTuber I have interacted with till this day has not been a nice person, and it taught me a lot of valuable lessons. Like, just like every VTuber I've just spoken to, they just immediately tossed me to the side like I was just a fucking piece of paper or something. So, um, I just stopped bothering with that. Another point that kind of also almost broke me was just trying to keep up in general as a male VTuber, because once again I'm in a space where it's mainly female dominated, and I realized that I can't just simply, keep streaming as a male VTuber. No, I gotta somehow get my name out there. So I tried my best with whatever I could in YouTube, but YouTube was not on my side at all. And yet, I remember out of all things I've made, YouTube decided to favor one video of mine that it wasn't even like intended to be like a video that was meant to go viral. No, it was just a video that just provided context and history about me and Elden Ring and how it involved like what let me solo her. And people believed that it was a drama video about him. And it actually angered me. It angered me so much that people just loved my drama video over all the other stuff I worked 10 times harder on. It just made me lose it completely. And it's like it was the only thing that I had in my hands that just at least worked. So I took the route of making drama content, which it was kind of fine for, I would say, a few months. But while I was making drama content, I sat down for a bit and I realized how miserable I felt. Like I wasn't happy. I this isn't what I wanted as a content creator. I didn't want to sit down and look at what the hell other people are doing with like all their mistakes and whatnot. No, I wanted to have fun. I wanted to meet people who have the same ideas, the same creativity, and like go just hang out with people that are kind of like just like me, And I sadly drifted away from that all because I was so blinded by thinking that maybe the content space wasn't so bad, but it just turns out everything was a lie. But I knew that if I gave up, if I decided to drop all of this and just call it quits and live, I don't know, just another functioning member of society or whatever the hell you want to call it, I would have regretted my whole life. Because I knew for sure that I can deal with depression, I can deal with stress, I can deal with how shitty my life is or whatever, but I cannot, by all means, I can't deal with being a quitter. No, I just can't. It's my arrogance and literally my anger itself just refuses to settle down until I just finally achieve what I've always just dreamt for and what I've always been thinking about for the last almost 15 years of my life. So never, just never, not even in a single bit of my mind, I even imagine just quitting this. I mean, let's be fairly honest. It would be a lot less painful if I did just suddenly drop all this and decide to just be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll just be a normal functioning member of society. But then the part of me just wouldn't be happy forever. But oh well, you just can't have everything, can't you? Fuck. What kept me going and excuse me, sorry. Um what kept me going and what luckily kept my insatiable drive going is how many people actually come to my streams and say I am unlike any other VTuber they've seen before. Like They would say I'm not like any other male VTuber that's just some kind of like anime looking dude, a furry or whatever, or some like muscular dude or some guy doing ASMR and all that stuff. Like they say I'm not a guy that's overreacting to get views, and I would always try to explain to them that I just like to do my own stuff. I just like to be me, right? And that itself is good enough because I have my own chaotic moments, I have my calm moments, and I just have my moments where I'm just all of this without even having to like act or anything. I'm just having fun with being me. Like I'm basically not afraid to be who I want to be. And I just really like how people just enjoy that. And it's also because I never really felt like I had to fake my reactions. I felt like I never had to fake my content or just anything in general. Because even if I did fake my content, I most definitely would hate myself. And the not even like at the moment. I would know it that in the future I would hate myself in the past. So like I wouldn't even bother looking at myself in the mirror. So it just means a lot that people actually do enjoy watching me for just being me. And they enjoy watching me for just chatting with me, for just hearing me talk, or just playing games and doing some cool challenges. Like that's all I need. That's all I really ask for. I don't really want anything more. And what's crazy is that sometimes people will just like throw in their money just for me to like keep going. And honestly, I like even though it's awesome that they're like supporting me and all that shit, I just want to keep doing what I enjoy. You know what I mean? And it's just, man, like it just sucks that sometimes when people like give me a lot of donations or subs or whatever you call it, just them throwing their money at me, it just feels like I'm not doing enough or they want me to do more. But my mental capacity can only take so much, and I'm just trying as much as I can within my limits without having to lose myself either. So I just really hope that all of this does end up really well. And it just makes me really happy that you guys enjoy not only just my content, but you guys just enjoy me. You just enjoy me not having to act or do anything else. You just enjoy me. And it means a lot to me. Another thing I wanted to talk about was something that's been bothering me for a really long while, actually, and it's how late I feel to the party. Now, when I first started making content, I thought with the effort I can like start coming in with, I should be able to grow just fine. But Jesus fucking hell, what an idiot I was. um Around this time I began to realize that YouTube was becoming a clickbait heaven, and it was also becoming an AI brain rot short heaven that whenever I uploaded content, I was always confused what I was missing. And then I came to the like sad realization that after COVID, the YouTube space changed entirely to the point where it got corrupted by just people making all this AI content or just brain rot shorts so they can just make money off of people who are struggling with ADHD. And like, don't even get me wrong, I'm someone who has ADHD. I'm not diagnosed, but I know I have ADHD. I've realized the symptoms myself because I hate how self-aware I am. I'm gonna admit to you guys, I hate being self-aware because, excuse me, I just know, I just hate it that I see what I'm doing and I realize what kind of dumb shit I'm doing, which is nice. I get to fix the kind of dumb shit I'm doing, but when I'm self-aware, I know what is wrong and I know what to fix. But sometimes it just sucks to be aware of it. You know what I mean? And YouTube is not even just YouTube anymore. It's just a big shithole. And now if you want to grow on YouTube, you have to find something that sticks, which luckily I did, but it's not even centered around VTubing. No, it's not. It's literally centered around my TF2 shorts, which is what you guys really love about me. Like, that's how I blew up in the first place. I made a funny TF2 short. Everyone loved it, and they demanded more, and I was like, alright, you guys want TF2 shorts? Have more TF2 shorts. And I just keep pumping them out, and you guys love it. But eventually, I'm just hoping that those who love me for my TF2 shorts, please understand that I don't want to keep making TF2 shorts. I don't. The only reason why I'm even making TF2 shorts is, one, you guys enjoy it. But two, it's the only thing I'm growing off of right now. That's giving me a good, steady growth. So I'm just praying. I'm literally like crossing fingers that people will realize that I don't just want to make TF2 shorts. I want to do all this VTuber stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff I haven't planned for all this cool VTuber stuff I want to do. And once again, it just kind of sucks that I have to stick with the TF2 stuff. I have to stick with, like, making freaky clips and all that shit. It's just stupid, but I gotta stick with what works, right? It just sucks. I also want to talk about the amount of crazy painful regret I had by just coming into VTubing alone. And it is solely because of how mistreated male VTubers are. And I'm not even joking you. Simply by just existing, people will hate you. People are just uncomfortable by your presence alone, and they just have the will to, like, type on their keyboards or whatever to just say fuck you and all that stuff. And it's just like, why is this hate so, like, out there? What is, like, telling these people to just hate on not just me, but just other male VTubers in general? And not to mention, it also just kills the motivation to even reach out or even bother socializing with other VTubers or even just with other content creators in general. And the hate and passive aggressiveness there is towards males in general, I'd say, is mainly because of how many drama cases there were, like some PDF cases, or how some male VTubers try to fucking date female VTubers, and it's hilariously stupid, by the way. If you are a male VTuber or anyone that tries to date a female VTuber, you are a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna say that. But anyway, some would try to, like, manipulate others and all that shit, but for me generally, it's why I've kept myself distant from not only just VTubers, but, like, the entire community in general. It just feels like if you make one slightly wrong move, I'm not shitting you. It feels like I will legit be nailed to a fucking cross and I will be crucified. It's ridiculous, but I just hate that's how it feels like. So, even in the future, let's just say, if any VTubers contact me or whatever, and they say that, hey, we should collab and all that stuff, I just hope they know that my trust with other VTubers, or even just anyone, even if it's a really popular VTuber, I'm just saying, my trust is super, super crazy fucking fragile. And the moment I see just one major red flag, I just turn around and I leave. I don't even, like, give it a second chance. I just turn around and I leave. So for now, I think I'm okay with being by myself. I gotta say how lucky I am to have someone like Mori tag along with me in this ride. And for those of you who do not know Mori, she is the girl that you currently see in this photo, and she has been my closest friend for almost 3 years now. She's been supporting me, and she's been making all this cool, crazy art. She helped me make the reference of mono, and she's always been around to help me with a lot of my mental problems, and she's also definitely made a lot of my days brighter by just literally existing. Just her existence itself is all I kind of asked for. If I was just having a bad day, just her talking to me was just what made me happy sometimes. And I'm even surprised how much she's able to tolerate how much of a fucking 10-year-old inside a man's body I am. Oh boy, I hope she doesn't hear that. She probably is gonna, but fuck. No, but I really do hope that she knows that she's one of the best human beings I've ever met in this world. And I do really hope that one day I can repay her a shit ton after all the super cool shit that she's done for me and just all the cool, crazy talents that she pulled off. So, and no, before you guys ask, she is not my girlfriend. Even though a lot of people ship us and everything, no, we don't date. Although me and her did kind of agree that we sadly are not beating the dating allegations. Fuck! Shit! Oh, God. But with that said, I think I am finally ready to close the video off right here. I once again want to thank you all for helping me even get this far, and I'm finally glad I got the opportunity to just talk about how my male VTubing experience was for these last 2 years. And I gotta just admit and just throw it out. It's been one crazy, horrible, shitty ride. But as arrogant and as stupid as I am, I'm still gonna keep going and I'm still gonna keep trying things. And it's all because I just want to try to pull this off. I do. And the fact I even got this far was all thanks to just you guys, like my audience, my buddies, my mods, just everyone who has supported me. And one day, just one day, I hope I can give you all a hell worth of entertainment. So stay tuned for what comes in the future. That is, if we even have one. And until then, I will be seeing you all for what this year has in store for us. So, thank you, buddies, and I'll be seeing you all the next time. Have a good one.